just after the financial crisis, I kept being asked, is this going to be a V-shaped recovery or a W-shaped or a Z-shaped or something, some shape? And all of it, I think, had this notion that somehow, we've gone down and we're now just going to go back up, and it's a question of, is it going to go back up like that or something? But basically, it presupposed that the where we're headed is a resumption from where we left off before the crisis. And I think that was a rather naive view of what's happened, and it rather underplayed the significance of what happened in 2007-8 and the fact that the world economy has changed dramatically, and indeed therefore what's required for us to compete successfully as an economy today and for businesses to do well today is very different to what it was 7 or 8 years ago. So that's really what I meant by being that was the naive phase. I think we're now in a healthier phase. We're seeing some growth. The challenge now is to make it sustained. Fundamentally, in both Waitrose and John Lewis, we are people who work in the business, own the business, and what that means is, we're in the UK retail market is the most competitive in the world. That to do well in it, you don't just doesn't just happen. You have to do lots of things, and indeed some difficult things, and all of them require the engagement and the support and the energy of your people. And so the fact that our shareholders are the same people who work in the business and therefore benefit from how we do things and indeed understand the need to do things for the long term, some including difficult things, is an enormous advantage, and it basically underpins a lot of what we do. Second thing I'd say is that we're fundamentally long term. We own the business today, we'll own it tomorrow, we'll own it next year and the year after that and the year after that. It's not in our interests, for example, to have short-term relationships or short-term situations where we gain a lot but somebody else loses masses. What we want is long-term sustained relationships with customers, with suppliers, with communities where we trade. Because from that we will do better over the long term for our business, and it's quite a natural philosophy for us to adopt, and again it stems basically from our employee ownership model.